morning and welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is so good to spend your Wednesday morning with you. Now we've got to get into some entertainment, all right, just to wake you up a little bit. I want to introduce you to somebody with a career spanning over 2 decades. Clair has solidified his reputation as a gifted artist, working with legendary musicians, the likes of Mendoza, Brenda Fassie, Double HP.
Hey now.
Come on. Jabba. His entertainment career is a testament of his versatility, having released a brand new track now called Love Wins. Let's take a listen before we get into this.
Just know you got my heart. All I ask is that you love me long. It was real from the start. I just wanna thank you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. Yeah. I just wanna show you I appreciate you. With the sunshine and the winter, yeah. You feel like a winner, yeah. I just wanna thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our superstar of the day. Yes, please. Say Clair. Pew, pew.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing, brother?
I like this vibes, and it's like a comfy. I feel like
Yeah, you look good. You look good.
And
You're like on your throne.
I can see myself there as well.
You fit right in,
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Dude, it's so good to have you again. Your career, like we just spoke about, it's been illustrious. It's been beautiful.
I love that word.
It
Illustrious.
is, man, and it's something to celebrate. But how have you kept that drive? How have you kept the passion alive? How do you stay looking this good, man?
Come on. Tell us your
Bro.
secrets.
It's like you know.
We're moving. I love
You
that.
gotta stay in the gym.
Investing in the vessel.
But I think, firstly, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor being here. This is like 13 months we had to do this.
Sure.
So I think like the best way I can describe it, coming from stunts, coming from Afro Z, coming from all of this stuff, I'm just really truly grateful that God has blessed me and still with the body,
Yeah,
man. And the man's still moving. Yes, please.
We're also grateful
Thank you.
because we still
Thank
get blessed with the music. We still
Thank you
get
so
to
much.
enjoy the entertainment you bring. Now, of course, we heard one of your latest singles called Love Wins.
Love Wins,
It almost feels appropriate now that it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You got to encourage the love just a little bit. Can you tell me more about the track, what inspired it?
Wow, it's such an emotional track because it actually depicts my relationship with my ex that passed away.
Sure.
So I think it was a perfect time for me to release this and kind of, give a memorial to her.
Yeah.
And what a perfect time, Valentine's Day to kind of show that. Because Love Wins comes from the actual mixtape that I released called Love versus Lust.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, and at the end of the day, love wins,
Love wins every
Love
time.
does win, man, and especially love when it comes in the form of passion, hard work, and a continuous drive, which you've executed for so many years, especially when we talk about the collaborations, man. These are big players here, Mendoza, Brenda Fassie, etc. Bro, these are huge collaborations. In my opinion, this definitely has an impact on your career, right?
Yeah.
I feel like every moment can shape you, creates a puzzle piece, you put it together, you build this beautiful picture.
Yeah.
For you, though, how have those collaborations impacted your career from a personal perspective?
Starting with Afro Z, back with Afro Z already, and thanks for that, performing with all these guys. Like, if I think about Brenda Fassie, wow, what a legend. She loved our group,
Yeah.
So, it's just formed me so much to perform with greats like giants because it rubs off on you, you know what I mean? And you can just kind of drink from that fountain, basically. So, yeah, definitely.
And what's great is now the new cats are looking at you going, let me drink from your fountain, man.
Wow.
Let me actually be inspired by the
Wow.
guys that came before me, which is
I
so
love that.
fantastic. Are there any new guys that you're looking out for that you're like, maybe a collab is on the books?
You know what? It's sadly enough, the guys that I look up to is all passed away. Sadly. I mean, there is great guys that's out there. But if I look at like Ricky Rick, aka I had the privilege actually to perform with Costa Teach. We did a school arts basic challenge that we did about a couple of years ago. So, the fact that these guys are gone, these are guys that I look up to. They did some great things in the music. So, unfortunately, that collaboration won't happen. But they still guys that I kind of draw from.
And I think that's a sentiment to maybe look at from a more poignant point, because essentially what we're saying here is that the baton is changing. People are now going to knock on your door asking you for those collaborations that was once happening in your young career.
Yeah.
So maybe the inspiration comes from a different front for you because you're not just one-dimensional, man. Obviously, we're speaking about the looks, the vessels there, the talents there.
Thank you.
Man's also involved in a little bit of acting as well, man. Dabbling in the acting career too. That's also something that's been moving.
Yeah, definitely.
Any inspirations there? Anything that we might see you in the years to come in terms of putting it out there, making things materialize?
You know what? What an awesome span and journey that has been as well, because I actually dwelled down that rabbit hole completely, going into action, action movies, and there was for the last 11 years while I was actually getting a lot of lead roles, I've actually been doing a lot of stunts, which is an amazing thing, because I always said to myself you're gonna be an actor that can do your own stunts.
Come on.
And now I'm actually going into, I kind of have the moniker over my head, like creative director, taking everything that I've learned over the years as a producer, music producer, and now as well a film producer, and putting it together, because I believe in the film industry. I think there's so much, we're in the golden era of film, I think there's so many great podcasts and stuff that's coming up. So I definitely want to delve into that and pour into that. So people's going to see more of me producing. I've got Ancient Mass Media, which is my media company. I'm focusing a lot on producing poignant, I love that word.
Yeah, man.
Poignant things, that kind of depict our culture, because there's a lot of stories that we got to tell. So yeah, definitely.
Love that, man. If you need any actors, listen.
I'm here.
We're out here.
Yes,
We're available.
This is our audition.
You guys look fresh, so definitely.
Come on. Can you imagine us
listen,
sharing the
you got
screen?
the energy, you got the positivity. That's the key, you know what I mean?
It's half the job done at the end of the day.
That is the key. That's the key.
I love it. I think what's quite apparent is that impossible is nothing to you. Anything you put your mind to, you go for it, and you absolutely succeed in it. And we can't wait to see some performances from you later.
It's
What can we expect?
All by God's grace.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, we'll get into it in just a little bit. For now, we've got to delve into a little bit of G-Man standing on the other side.